Guys, I'm here at a property. I'm gonna do a punch out. I always talk in my program about either using sticky notes or tape, okay? And what you wanna do with these products are actually stick tape on things or sticky notes where you think there's issues. In this particular property, first thing I see right here is some broken glass, okay? Take a look at that. So contractors aren't gonna do all the detail work, okay? You have to go through and be the detail man or lady. I'll put some tape on that, okay? So we can come back and address that. We're gonna walk through and we're gonna make sure there's no other imperfections. If there is, they're gonna get taped. Look, I see a mark over here on the trim. Look at this, see? A little hole there, it looks like a screw sticking out, okay? There, I'll put a little mark there. You'll see another example of this with sticky notes, but we're doing the tape version right now. We're gonna walk through. Look at this. A lot of agents were already in here before we even got on the market. So, hey, this is something else you gotta take a address to. The dishwasher's not in. Should we put some tape on that? I'd say we put some tape on that one. Dishwasher's not in. Unbelievable. So contractors will say the job's done. I had a guy here from my office just a little bit ago, well, maybe a day or so ago, and said this house is ready to go, right? So the dishwasher definitely is not ready to go, okay? So we're gonna walk through and just keep looking here. As I mentioned in my program, you're gonna wanna flush all toilets, you're gonna run all the faucets, right? Make sure everything's working, nothing's leaking underneath. You know, really make sure everything's 100% complete. Take a look in there if you can, Pat. Just to make sure everything's working the way it's supposed to work and not leaking. I always check vanity tops. Remember we had a video of that. The faucets, make sure everything's tight. Okay. Make sure all your appliances are plugged in and working. We got lighting in there, that's good. Got the microwave lit up, the stove's lit up. The dishwasher, unacceptable. Unacceptable, look. Unacceptable. They don't even have it connected. Look, I want to show you in here. See, this is how you know the dishwasher's not even connected. It's not even connected. So that's definitely that's leaving the tape on that one. Check your closets. Make sure you got shelving in them. Make sure all that's in good order. Handrails. Look at this. Little speckles of white paint on there. See that? That's getting taped. Okay. What's missing in this closet, would you say? What do you hang your stuff on? This is getting taped. Definitely glad we stopped here today. Woo, wow. Again, never rely on the contractor to give you your punch out. Come and actually punch it out yourself, okay? Because you see these little incidental things here. Same thing in here. Well, that's not good, right? It's connected. Tape. That's what we get. We get tape. Check for door stops. Look at that, nice door stop there. Always check all the doors for door stops. We got a shelf. Now I'm wondering why this heater's so far off the wall. Oh look, that's a problem, isn't it? You see that? Tape. I'm not gonna put it on the heater because it might melt.
So what would have happened if you put this on the market?
Well, someone's gonna nitpick you. So when you're asking, a retail number for a property or a project, you gotta have the details taken care of, because if you don't, these things will hinder your sale price, okay? So keep that in mind. Make sure you walk through your project and double check everything. Windows, the operations, we're gonna check all the windows next. Oh, that's not normal. See what just happened? The sash came down, so we're gonna have to address that too. That sash has gotta be able to stay up. That's not normal. So we'll have to go through and check that out. But stay tuned for more. But this is what I'm doing. I'm punching this out right now to make sure we're 100% green light here before market. We're gonna head to the next property here shortly. Stay tuned. We're not gonna use tape. We're gonna use sticky notes to give you an example of each. But Walking through and detailing your rehab is very important. Understanding what the home needs before it hits the market is very important. All right, guys, second house, punch out stages. At the last house, you used tape. This time I'm a little more prepared. I've got my sticky notes with pen and tablet ready to go. Let's walk through this and take a look. Here we go. Paint on the black. You see that? Paint on the black again. You know, you want to check all your outlets and switches, make sure they're clean and neat around them. See a little bit of paint there on that edge of that outlet cover. I'm gonna put an arrow there. Details, guys, details, details, details. Always check for door stops. You know, look the way this glass is here, see how dirty it is? We're gonna get that cleaned up. Sure. This door needs painted. I don't know if you can see in the light, a lot of imperfections there. See right here on the wood, how it's all messed up. See how it's all dinged out. We're gonna take care of that. This house here is a $280,000 house, so your buyer's gonna be more picky. If this was an $80,000 house, the buyer may not care about the trim like that, but you had to fit your punch out to the caliber price range that you're actually selling, okay? In the kitchen here, this window definitely needs painted. Can you see that? Zoom in on that. They missed painting the window. Okay. We talk about in some of the other punch out stages, check all the doors to your kitchen cabinets. Remember I mentioned that, check for leaks. Make sure everything opens and closes. Test all that stuff out. Make sure everything's in good functioning order. Over here, obviously, we're missing an outlet cover. So I'm gonna sticky note that. Okay, you don't have a cover, gotta have that. Let's take a look at this bathroom over here. Oh, look at this down here. They missed this. Look down here at the bottom. See how the floor got installed, but yet down here's a little not so good. It's not sticking, but we're gonna leave that there for him. Did I turn the light off? There we go. Okay. Not sure. Remember we talked about this? Run the water, make sure nothing's leaking. Make sure everything's functioning. Same deal, flush the toilets, make sure the toilets are working properly. Make sure there's no issues. Okay. We're missing a handle here, as you can see. Missing the handle. Now it could be, no, it's missing the handle. So. One other thing I will tell you guys, and we didn't talk about this in any of my previous videos, real important, when you have a washer dryer connection, I want you guys to see this. I actually make my guys put caps and all that because if someone were to flip those, the caps are still on. Also, same thing if you have gas lines. If you look, same thing I did there. I had them put a cap on, threaded cap. Reason for that is just to reduce, we talk about this in the program, about reducing your exposure. Well, water and gas are very much a detriment to your project. So you want to make sure everything stays clean and neat. Look at that little, from not having a door stop, needs painted. Let's take a look upstairs. Look at this. So this is a handrail system here. See this here? They need to caulk all that in there. See that? Gotta caulk that in there. Master bedroom, we're gonna check for door stops. They're there. Make sure all the faucets work. Flush the toilets. Okay? Check for leaks. Caught you guys looking at my head. Looks good. Check the light operation, which I don't know where the switch is. We're gonna find it. Boom, look, it all works. Shower door operation. Good. Master bedroom. Pretty nice. I will tell you this, anytime you have plumbing fixtures, you're gonna have where they cut out behind them to access for changing out faucetry or working on the showers or tubs. Always make sure they put access panels in and not leave it out. So there you go, access panel. They paint the color of the wall to kind of hide it on that one, okay? That's behind the shower. Of course, I punched that out before. Here, same thing. They had to do the same thing, but I had to put some trim around that. I will have them hit these holes here and caulk them up, okay? We'll leave that door open for her. So we'll put an arrow there so she knows, okay? That's not good. Screw's not in. No. Oh, big common thing here. Closets. When you go to look in your closets, make sure they have the proper brackets and shelving on. I had so many times I hear customers call me post-sale. They didn't have the proper bracing. They hung their clothes on, the whole rack would come down. This is in good shape. They got the end. Here, take a look at that, Pat. Show them. It's got the end in it, and it's got the support bracket. It's very important when you're doing closet work, okay? Door stop. Checking that. See that? Door stops there. This bathroom. We're gonna test that. We're gonna test this. That's not good. I don't know what we can do with that. We're gonna do something. We're gonna do something with that too. Okay. Look underneath, make sure there's no leaks. We're clean. Good to go. Uh-oh. Fan don't work. Fan don't work. Oh. You hear that? That fan over there doesn't work, so I just caught something there. Can't sticky note it, but I'll make a note for the guys. Closets. Let's make sure there's shelves in there. Look at that door stop there. See that? Shelves are in. Okay. Third bedroom. Check for door stops. Make sure there's no imperfections in any trim, paint, or wood. Oh, look at this. Same thing. Look at this. I want you to see left to right. See how they have this bracketed in? Both sides. Secure. So 100% solid. So smoke detectors, always look for that. Depending on your code area, you want to have a smoke detector in each bedroom. At minimum, one in the upstairs hallway, one on the first floor, one in the basement, one in the attic. Now, if you have a different code, upstairs, one smoke in the common area among all the bedrooms is okay, but I always do one in each bedroom as an extra precaution, plus a carbon monoxide. All the light switch you see, I'm testing all the lights. Have you noticed that? I'm making sure all that stuff works. Look at this little miss, something they would miss. So here's a door that latches, and they got paint on it. So it's a brand new piece of hardware, but you see the paint. You see that? That's not good. We'll have to sticky note that. Okay. Light operation, good. See that little bit of paint there on the edge? We're gonna mark that. Oh, you know something else I saw? Look at this from standing right here. See how the trim has a gap here? That needs caulked. See that? Oh my. Sometimes you gotta get better sticky notes. So. Okay. That we gotta pay attention to. All right, so walk through your rehabs, punch them out. You may have to do this more than one time. Make sure you don't have paint on your hinges. Make sure you have smoke detectors. Make sure you have carbon monoxide detectors. Make sure all the faucets work. Make sure all the toilets work. Make sure there's no peeling paint, no wall paint on the ceiling paint on the walls. Double check all the wood fixtures to make sure they're all caulked properly around the doors and trim, etc. Check all operations of everything. Check the kitchen cabinets. You know, if you have a fireplace, turn the fireplace on. You have locks, check the lock set on the doors. Make sure it all latches properly, and deadbolts and latches and doorbell details. Like down here, we put a new doorbell in. I can tell you, I'm standing right here, we put a new doorbell in because the other doorbell didn't work. So hopefully you learned something from this. Punching out your property is very important. You do it at the end, obviously, but you may have to do it more than once. Hopefully only do it once and you get the goal that you're achieving. Okay, thank you.